Welcome to HomeKit 5. I'm Josh.
I'm Brayden.
And this week we're talking about Yale, Eve, Aqara, and Thinka.
Yeah.
Let's dive into it. I guess programming note, we did take last week off. It was a holiday, and we just didn't feel like there was a ton of news, but it all dropped like Monday or Tuesday. So we had a pretty full week this week, so I guess it was a good choice. All right, so Yale Smart Cabinet Lock is coming out, and you can now secure your liquor or medicine cabinet should you need to do that. It looks kind of interesting. It's like a device that mounts on the inside. Comes with 3M tape. You can like plant it down, and then like you put the lock bit on the door that like gets, I guess, ratcheted in. I don't know. We watched the install video. It's kind of interesting. I think if you have two doors, you're gonna need two locks. So if you're trying to secure something that has two doors that open with open space in between, in the installation video they kind of show you like this perfect world where you have like one door with a wood divider in the middle, so you only need one. No, that's not the case for most people, I bet. I don't know, it's interesting. It comes in a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi flavor, and there is a price difference. So it's $80 for the Bluetooth, it's $130 for the Wi-Fi, so that is pretty hefty, especially if you need two of them, right? You're up at $260, and they're soaking up your Wi-Fi connection. Not sure I'm loving that, but I think if this is a product you need because you have like smaller kids around, or kids you don't trust, or people like Brayden. Just kidding. It looked like it was pretty easy to install, and my guess is it operates pretty well. And you can, even though it comes with the 3M tape, you can like put screws to get a more permanent kind of installation in there. So it's interesting to see. At this point, I would have loved thread for something like this, but I guess here we are.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of thread, Eve, they have released a thread compatibility
update.
Yes, is the title. Capability. So yeah, basically what the Eve Thermo is it is a little temperature, I don't know, adjuster, correct? For a radiator?
I believe so, yeah. It goes on your radiator and allows you to control the temperature of the radiator, is my understanding. We've never used one. I think radiators are less common unless you live in like an older city, like in an apartment building, but for the most part, not as common here in the U.S.
Yeah, definitely more common somewhere like the UK.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see more thread stuff.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is this is just a firmware update, right? So it's like you kind of already had the thread device in your network all along.
That's the best kind of thread device, is one that you have already owned and just
got the update.
Shows up.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Aqara. I don't know. Okay, listen, I'll just say the story and then I'll give my opinion. They've announced support for Matter on the M2 and the M1S hub. Interesting? Maybe not. I mean, we already have pretty much full support in HomeKit for this hub. So I'm not sure that this is aimed at the HomeKit crowd necessarily. I don't know. It's cool. Like, I'm glad to see that they're basically saying they're going for the certification, and basically you'll have the hub, you'll do the firmware update to the hub, and then certain child devices will show up in Matter at that point. So it's definitely, I think, an interesting move, but I don't know that it really means much for anyone in the HomeKit ecosystem.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was kind of cool though to see some Matter news. I feel like Aqara just wants to like feel like they're on the forefront or something. Like,
Yeah.
hey, no, we're gonna do it. I don't. Maybe they already have the certification, but I don't think the spec has fully finalized yet. So it's like coming out with early like 802.11a support or something. Like you're gonna have firmware updates that change it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
But as long as there's no like hardware capability difference, it should be fine.
Yes. Right. Thinka. They have unveiled the world's first Z-Wave HomeKit hub.
What's Z-Wave?
Z-Wave is a mesh networking protocol for smart home devices. Yeah. And, like, I mean, this is the biggest protocol, like, that have devices that support it.
Yeah.
With over, like, 600 different brands. Just, like, insane. And this hub allows you to bring all of those devices into HomeKit, just acting as a bridge.
I find this fascinating because it's like, wait. What's the price on this?
Okay, this comes in at 350 euros.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's pricey for a hub, man.
Very pricey.
But I will say, you're right. Like, it does give you access to with like 3,300 different devices that are Z-Wave compatible. That's kind of interesting. And the fact that, like, I don't think you have to have any other hub. You just plug this hub in and you get like all your Z-Wave devices, right? So we currently have a Hue hub and we have a Aqara hub in here that are doing Zigbee. And then we have our thread network going on in here, right? Mm-hmm. So, and it's like the Aqara hub is only allowed to certify and add devices for Aqara.
Right.
Like you can go in, the interesting thing is you can go into Hue and like add Zigbee devices to Hue, but they won't necessarily show up in HomeKit. You have to like install Homebridge to pick those up. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like you won't need to do that with Thinka or Thinka. It's spelled with an H.
Yes.
It's very much messing with me there. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like, I mean, it's got a USB-A, USB-C ports on the back for powering. It's got the Ethernet jack there. This is super interesting. You know, especially, well, I guess it doesn't even matter if they come out with Matter support, right? Because it's like they're just supporting Apple HomeKit out of the box. Mm-hmm. And actually, they're supporting all three ecosystems. It's weird to me that Apple just like gave them a blank check to certify this. Yep. I was talking in a chat channel where we were discussing this news that came out like Tuesday, and I don't know, like maybe because Z-Wave has a different, like more stringent certification protocol than Zigbee does. Zigbee's like open source and anyone can go build something. Which is probably why it's like more prevalent in the Apple ecosystem, because it's like you don't have to pay as much to get certified. Mm-hmm. I kind of wonder if that was Apple's thinking of like, oh, we'll give you a blank check to be able to add any device.
Right, because
crazy
they would have been certified.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could find this one useful.
I could too, but man, that price point.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. You know, I guess you just got to go look and see like what sensors and what kind of devices are available to like bring in, since there's 3,300 of them. It's going to take a while to go through it. Understand what you could buy that could be interesting to add to your smart home that you don't have now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brayden just did the conversion.
$413 US.
Yeah. That's a pricey hub for sure.
Yeah.
But if you can add a cheap door lock. What is that? I mean, all the door locks are really expensive, and like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Blue Wave. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the stories we had this week. I do think it would be kind of interesting, given this will come out. Oh boy, I guess this will come out like an hour after the Apple. You know what? Maybe we'll release this a little bit early so you guys get it Tuesday morning instead of Tuesday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an Apple event, in case you haven't heard, if you're living under a rock. California streaming. And yeah, I don't know. The predictions are we're going to see, well, I mean, we know we're going to see the iPhone 13.
Right.
Question is, are they going to call it the 13? Is it going to be the 12S? That'll be kind of interesting. I think it'll be the 13.
Yeah.
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 And then rumor is we're going to get a new watch too. Have you seen the renderings?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get the square edged to match the phone going forward. So I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
Nice Christmas gifts, I guess. I'll give you one if you give me one. Yeah, what else is there? Well, I mean, obviously, like iOS 15 is going to come out. I think that's going to be interesting. There weren't a ton of like HomeKit updates there, but I still think for me, like maybe the one thing I'm most looking forward to is the idea of more than the 5 camera limit if you're on the iCloud plan that supports it.
Right. Yeah.
Because we've basically sat at the 5 camera limit and not really gone over, but I'd love to get more cameras around the external of the house. I don't know. Apparently, I just need to see every side of my house at any given time.
See the whole perimeter, and then I'll be good.
I wonder, we should make a hover drone that like will auto dock and then like charge and then take off and just scan the perimeter of the house.
Mm-hmm.
What could go wrong? All right. Well, I don't know. I am excited about the potentially the bronze orangey sunset color. Have you seen that for the 13 Pro?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's rumored. I don't know. I'm so excited for this event coming out. We're definitely going to be upgrading. We didn't go to the 12. We're all on 11s at the house, so we are excited because this will be the phone that we'll be upgrading to. So
yes.
All right. Well, that's all we had this week. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening and watching. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button. If you're listening on another platform, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you get notified every week when new ones come out. We will see you in the next episode. Bye.